First of all, welcome to all of you. I am Aditya Prakash and currently I am a research associate in Department of Mathematics, IIT Patna, and today I will describe about the Golgi computer complementary sequence and what is this and what is the basic structure of this. I can explain one by one. Okay. First of all, we started from a what is the JH array. JH array sequence is nothing but in this case total n number of the elements are present in the JH sequence. H represents for the ring. That means the H is greater than equal to 2. It's maybe 2, 4, 8, and it's anything. That means the its value. That means the J2 means the its have a two value, that means 0 and 1, and for Z4 its value will be 4 value, obviously 0, 1, 2 up to 3. That means the in a sequence the total n JH array in the JH array sequence total are n elements are there. That is starting from a A0 and goes to the an minus 1. That means there is n carriage form a forwards the element ai of the ring JH. That means every elements are present in this sequence each belongs to the JH. J is nothing but if the sequence is given to be the binary, that means if h is equal to 2 then it's called a binary, if h is equal to 4 then it's called a quaternary, and if h is equal to 8 it's called a octary. Okay, suppose we take a h equal to tau, that means the sequence if we take h equal to 2, then the sequence is formed in such a way 0 1 0 1 1 1. That means if every element in this sequence is 0 and 1 only, not come to the 2 and 3 and 4. If supported after some calculation we get a 2 supported, then it can simply divide by 2, that's remainder will be 0. Then the sequence will be right in the 0 form. Suppose we take a sequence in this form 0 1 3 5 2. Okay, suppose it is in binary, that means it is in Z2. Suppose it is in Z2. Suppose we take a Z2, then what it means? Suppose it is a Z2, that means 0 1 and the remainder is what? Remainder is 1 1 and this is term will be 0. Okay, so it depends upon h. If h is equal to 2, there are only two elements, that means 0 and 1, and whatever the sequence, the element of sequence is only 0 and 1. If we take a supported, we take h equal to 4, so then the sequence will be in the form of 0 1 2 and 3. Suppose we take supported, we get a 4, so then you can simply divide by 4, that means you get a remainder 0, simply replace by the 0. Similarly, the h equal to 8, that means it's in this case the sequence element will be 0 1 2 3 up to the 4 5 6 7 and 8 up to the 8. Okay, so this is the basically concept about the whatever the sequence, whatever the element present in the sequence. Okay, or in this where it's used in the signal processing, it is more common to consider the sequence of a complex modulus. Okay, that means the j to the power a naught is nothing but it is the basically it is in the form of complex, where j is nothing but hth root of unity. That means the j is equal to e to the power 2 pi I by h, where I is depend upon case. If h is equal to simply 2, that's called a binary, and if h is equal to 4, that's called a quaternary, and if h is equal to 8, then it's an octary. Okay, it's depend upon whatever we take. Okay, suppose the j is basically defined upon e to the power 2 pi I by h, and here a not a1 already described about it is nothing but it should belong to the jh. If we take a binary, then it's belong to the z2, that means the two elements are there, and that is nothing but 0 and 1. Okay, now next here its application is basically in the transmitted OFDM. Transmitted OFDM is the orthogonal frequency division multiplexing. That signal is the real part of the complex envelope. It's defined in such a way, it is defined in such a way st is equal to summation of 1 is equal to 0 to n minus 1 j to the power ait plus h fit, where fi is nothing but a frequency of ith carrier and ait is a constant over the symbolic period. Okay, that is simply where j is already defined, where j is nothing but a e to the power 2 pi I by h. E to the power, that is exponential, represent for exponential. You can another way you can also say that it is the hth root of unity. Okay. Now next concept is the instantaneous invalid power. Instantaneous invalid power is nothing but the it represent its symbol to be the pt, and it's nothing but the modulus of st square. St is nothing but st is defining this, that means transmitted OFDM. Okay, so the pt is equal to modulus of st to the square. And what is pt? Pt is nothing but a instantaneous invalid power. How to calculate a pt in the term of summation? We can simply extract this thing. That means p is equal to summation I is equal to 0 to the power n minus 1 sum is j I a I t plus h f I t close bracket to the whole square. We know that the modulus of z square is nothing but z into z bar. This because we already said that it is in complex form. Okay, so the we can write in this form. That means square term is enumerated in such a way, simply extracted. That means I is equal to 0 to n minus 1, but I just change the variable and replace of I to the j. Simply the first of all term are same, written as I equal to 0 to n minus 1 j I a I t j I t plus h f I t into summation j is equal to n minus 1. That means we can simply just replace the I to the j. Okay, now after this onward, we know that it's supported it is nothing but a h root of unity. We know that the z bar is nothing but a 1 by j. Yeah, you can simply write z to the power minus 1. When the you can simply take h is equal to 3. That will simply cube root of unity. Cube root of unity, that means you know the three elements in a cube root of unity, 1 omega omega square. Simply take, we can take 1 by omega is nothing but omega omega inverse. You can also write omega inverse. या फिर omega bar is equal to nothing but omega inverse. So it is a similar case. Okay, so then after what, in j I minus ajt minus hi minus fjt. That means the summation I is equal to 0 to n this, and this we write both the summation j to the power ait minus is come from this. Okay, because bar is replaced by the minus sign, that's why minus aj plus h fi this minus fj is come from there, the fi minus fj into t. Okay, so this result will come. Now little bit more simplified this case to understand better way. We take a fi is equal to nothing but a f plus I into delta f. Here fi is nothing but a fi just simply, but we take a fi is a what, fi is ith carrier, frequency of ith carrier. Okay, just see over up. Okay, but simply replace fi is equal to a plus I delta f, where f is some constant and delta f is the integer multiple of a OPDM symbol rates. That means whatever the frequency will be increased in that way manner. So we can simply replace by the fi is equal to a plus I delta f. Just put in this equation and then we get j ait minus aj plus h fi. That means fi is nothing but f plus I delta f. Fine. Fj is nothing but f plus j delta f. Simply subtract these two parts, then what you get, I minus j into delta f we get. Just simply put in this term and we get what, nothing but h into I minus j into delta f, and t is the t. Now little bit some more simplified in this way, then we take a simply j is equal to I plus u. When we take j is equal to I plus u, then what you get, PAT, that means nothing but this as a particular, and both summation will replace by one summation, that means I to j. It's just notation is same, but represented is little bit different, but yeah, notation is same. And j ai minus replace j by I plus u, that means I plus u minus h, I minus j, that means the simply be I minus j is equal to minus u. So simply replace by the minus sign, h u delta f and t as usual. So this is the basic concept of the how to calculate a instantaneous invalid power. That means this is the get a final conclusion about a instantaneous invalid power. Okay, after some substituting value with the help of a OFDM symbol. Here you know that delta f is nothing but the integer multiple of a OFDM symbol rates, and ai is nothing but it is the same whatever is the sequence present in the elements. That means the sequence we take a is equal to a1 a2 up to a naught, starting from a naught a up to, so you go to the an minus 1, that is this. Okay, the PAT is the invalid power of a, and A is the sequence. Let us PAT is the envelope power of A, and A is the sequence A0, A1, A2 up to the power n minus 1, and I plus U lies between 0, 1 up to the n minus 1. That's okay. Good. Just this is the note. Okay, whatever we used in previous case, just nothing. Now come to the periodic autocorrelation. This is also very basic concept of before we study about a Golgi complementary sequence. Okay, so a periodic autocorrelation of A is the displacement U is simply just a autocorrelation I defined. CA is equal to summation I in J AI minus AI plus U. This is the definition of this periodic autocorrelation. How to and this autocorrelation be used in the PAT. PAT is nothing but an instantaneous power envelope power. Okay, fine. So now the PAT become what? Suppose we take a simply in this equation we take a supported I is equal to 0. Okay, I will explain you one by one. Okay, no problem. Okay, supported we take a what is the PAT? What is the PAT? PAT is nothing but a summation I j I minus AI plus U minus HU delta FT. This is this, fine. You see IJ है ना, B take a summation, fine, and yeah, J is this, I this, AI minus AI plus U. I simply multiply that means minus HU delta FT. Simply extract, and you note that this is nothing but a CAU. Okay, the J CAU into minus HU delta T. When we take a U not equal to 0, when take a U is equal to 0, then what value will become? J to the power 0, and that summation sign, that means the total n elements are there, that will become n plus summation U not equal to 0 CAU J to the power minus HU delta F into T. Got my point? What I am saying? Simply we take a U is equal to 0, then U equal to 0, that is what? And that is J to the power 0 is equal to 1, and summation sign, that means the total n elements are there, so that means n into 1, that means the total value will be n. So when U is equal to 0, then its value will be n, then I will extract outside from the n plus summation U is not equal to 0 CAU dot J minus HU delta FT. Got my point? How it come? N due to U is equal to 0. Now next concept, peak envelope power. Peak envelope power is nothing but a of a sequence A is the supreme over the symbolic period of a PAT. Whatever the maximum value in the sequence A, that is the peak envelope power. Okay, and we can simply divide by n. That means the peak mean envelope power ratio is equal to PEP by n. Okay. Now P factor is nothing but a square root of PMEPR, peak mean envelope power ratio. A PMEPR of R is often expressed as this. इसको हम we can represent in this way, 10 log 10 R dB. And yeah, now extract this thing. Little bit or more interesting thing in regarding this. Suppose PAT is less than simply this n plus summation of U not simply we know that the Z is always less than minus modulus of Z, and we know that the J is the q J is the root of unity, H root of unity, that its value will be 1, maximum value will be 1. So it is less than PAT is less than n plus U not equal to 0 CAU dot 1 to the modulus is less than n is represented as sample plus 2 into summation U to the power n minus 1. It's now CAU. C maximum value will be n minus U, and we know that the summation of n is nothing if n I is equal to 1 to n, then its value will be n into n plus 1 by 2. Got my point? And simply 1 रहेगा, so then its value will be n. With the help of this result, we get a value of n square. We get the value of PAT is always less than n square. Okay. So this is the basically concept about before we are starting about a Golgi sequence. This is the very basic concept about a periodic autocorrelation or peak envelope power, instantaneous envelope power, है ना? Okay. Got a point? Now come to the Golay sequence. What is the Golay sequence? Okay. Let A is the sequence that is A naught A1 up to the An minus 1, and B is the sequence B naught B1 and Bn minus 1. Here Ai and Bi belongs to the JH. JH already represent for support we take a Z2, that is a binary, and if take a Z4, that is a what? Quaternary, and Z8 is a octary. Okay. It's depend upon whatever we take a H. Okay. The sequence A and B are called a Golay complementary pair of JH of a length n if CAU plus CBU is equal to 0 for each U not equal to 0. If U is equal to 0, then it's never become to the 0, because if U is equal to 0, then CAU is n and CBU is n. That means the total value will be 2n. But if CAU plus CBU is equal to 0, when U not equal to 0. Got a point? And what is CAU? Just it is nothing but autocorrelation, periodic autocorrelation, and periodic autocorrelation is nothing but a summation. I represent for this is I in J AI minus AI plus U. Okay, got a point? Now little bit more concept about Golay sequence, the theorem, and the PMEPR mean invalid power ratio of any Golay sequence almost to how we can show this thing, how to prove that thing. We know that CAU, because it is a Golay sequence, that when the Golay sequence happen, then the definition of a Golay sequence is nothing but a CAU plus CBU is equal to 0 for each U not equal to 0. That's good, because it's come from definition. Okay. Now we know that the PAT plus PBT is equal to 2n. How? Just describe above what PAT plus PBT is equal to 2n, because its maximum value will be n and this is x, that means 2n, because in a PAT U is considered. Okay, that's why I write it is a 2n. We know that the PBT is nothing but a SBT ka whole square. That means the we already know describe about a SBT is nothing but a what? SBT is nothing but a, this is the transmitted OFDM, and this square is nothing but instantaneous envelope power. Okay, and we know that the square is never be in negative, that is its value will be greater than 0. Then at a particular PAT is always less than 2n, because its value will be greater than 0, then it is greater than 0 and overall 2n. That means PAT is always less than equal to 2n. Suppose in a particular case SBT is equal to 0, then in that case PAT is equal to 2n. So it's at most 2. Okay, got my point? Now come to the little bit idea about a Boolean function. What is the Boolean function and how to describe about this? And yeah, a Boolean function is a function f from z to m, x1 x2 up to the xm, xi belongs to 0 to 1 to z2. That means f is belong z to m to z2. Whatever we get, z to m is simply a vector form, yeah, or we can sequence like that. Its element will be belongs to 0 and 1. That means that it is represented in this way: 0 1 1 0 0 z. Whatever we make a sequence from 0 and 1 only. Okay, now neither you can use any 2 3. If you use 2, then is simply replaced by 0. If you use 3, then replaced by 1, and simply if it become 4, then it's replaced by the what? 0, and so on. The fi is represented in such a way. Little definition about fi x1 x2 xm is nothing but we can simply show that in xi 1 x2 x10 xm, this is the sequence. Okay, and if I1 I2 im is the binary representation of an integer I, then summation j is equal to 1 to m ij to the power m minus j, then the ith element of f is f1 a12 and fm. Okay, that is nothing but a binary representation. Now how to binary represent in that form? We take a simple, I can explain you with the help of simple example. Simply we take a m is equal to 3, that is m is equal to 3, that is what? And there are 3 elements present in this x1 x2 and x3. Okay, and we already told you that it's made from a 0 1 only. That means the total element will be 2 to the power n, the 2 and that 3 to the power 2, that means 2 to the power 3. That means total 8 elements are present there. That means 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 0 0 1 1 1 0 1 1 1 0 and 1 1 1, and that means total 8 sequence are present in there. Okay, now and little bit introduce about the function. Suppose if we take a f000 f001, that means simply introduce a f. That means whatever its value will be either what in either become a single value, either 0 or 1, whatever. Let us take with an example we can solve. Okay, 1 is represent for simply all elements are 1, and 0 is represent for all elements are 0. Simply 0 means that means the all elements are 0, and 1 means the all elements are 1. Suppose we take a x1 is equal to 0 0 0 1 1 1, and x2 is this and x3 is this. How it come? Suppose we take x1 is 0 0 0 0 1 1 1 1, and x2 is we take a 0 0 1 1 0 0 1 1. Okay, now x1 x2, that means you can simply multiply this term. That means 0 into 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 1 1, that means 1 1, that is the x1 x2. And now x2 x3, x2 x3 is nothing but simply what is x3, yeah, simply x3 is this, and x2 is 0 0 1 1 0 0 1 1, simply 1 by 1. That means this is 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1, yeah, already we read this. Okay, now adding these two things, what we get? 0 plus 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 1 2. Okay, we get this. Then here 2 is replaced by what? Because it's go to the Z2 form, that is only 0 and 1 are allowed, and but after substitution we get it 2. So you can simply replace it by divided by 2, that means 2 divided by 2, that means the it 1 time, that means remainder will be 0. So 0 0 0 1 0 0 1 0, that is nothing but x1 x2 this. I think you can understood about what is the Boolean function and how to introduce this thing. And now come to the generalized Boolean function. Okay, now suppose we take a z to the power m is z to the power h, where h is greater than 1. H is maybe 2 3 4, is depend upon a problem. Okay, whatever you get. Suppose we take h equal to 1, then it goes to the z2, and that is the previous case, and that is the previous case already discussed in the this example. Okay, now if we take z is equal to 4, suppose we take h equal to 2, suppose we take h equal to 2, that means the z to the power 2 to the square, that means the z4. Okay, and z4, that is the what, the only 4 elements are used, that is nothing but 0 1 2 and 3. If we get a more elements, then we can simply divide by the 4. Now suppose we take h equal to 2 and m equal to 3. Let's just take a simple example. That means the f is defined in such a way, z2 3 to the power z4. We can get a 3x1. 3x1 nothing but simply x1 is what? X1 is 0 0 0 0 1 1 more 0 1 1. You can simply show above this, and x2 is defined this, and x3 is defined this. Okay, just copy from a previous example. And then after we solving, we get a 2 x1 x2 x3 is nothing but 0 0 0 0 0 0 2. And after the and then how to calculate this? Simply x1 x2 is equal to this, and 3 into x2 x3 is simply multiply with 3, and 2 into 1, that means all elements will be 2, because 1 is nothing but a 1 1 1 1 8 times, and yeah, 2 is nothing but all elements are multiplied with 2, that means you get all elements 2. Then after adding these three things, that will be get 2, that means but your range is z4. How? Because h is equal to 2, h is equal to 2, that means the 2 to the power 2, that means z4. Okay, that is means the only 4 variables are used, that means the 0 1 2 and 3. Okay, so how to change 5 in the, simply we divide by 4 into 5, and you simply get a 1 as a remainder, so simply replace by 1, and you see 6 is when divided by 4, then the remainder will be 2, so we can write it 2. We can use a modular sign for this is generalized Boolean function. Okay, now come to the one more theorem, one important more theorem about a Golay complementary pair, that is very important. Okay. Theorem said that let f is the x1, x2, x up to the xm equal to, now define f is in such a way, f is equal to the power h minus 1 summation k is equal to 1 to m minus 1 x pi k plus 1 plus summation k is equal to 1 to m ck xk. Okay, where phi is nothing, pi k is defined in such a pi is the permutation of a symbol 1 to up to m, and ck is belongs to the z to the power h, है ना, z to the power h. Okay, fine. Then the sequence a x1 x2 xm is equal to f x1 x2 up to f xm plus c, and b is the sequence is f plus 2 the power h minus 1 x pi 1 plus c dash, where c and c dash are maybe equal, or simply it is belong to the j to the power h. Suppose if we take a h, that means the c1 and c dash belong to the j to the power 4. If we take h equal to 2, if we take h equal to 1, then c and c dash is belong to the j2 simply. If both conditions are happen, then our Golgi complementary pair over j to the power h of ln to the power m and c dash is equal to j to the power h. If both, then this case is possible. Suppose f is defined in such a way, then this both will be happen. That's my target to prove. If f is defined in such a manner, then a and b is happen and both are complementary pair to each other. Okay, where belongs to j to the power 2h, and that length will be nothing but to the power m. Got my point? Now, how to prove this? We can take with the help of mathematical induction, we can show this thing, and yeah, let m is equal to 1, and you can simply show by the hand, this will happen. Okay, fx1 is equal to c1 x1, and because by the definition of f, x1 is got c1 x1 plus c, and bx1 is got c1 x1 to the power h minus 1 x1 plus c dash, and we calculate cau plus cb is equal to 0. It's no more to conclusion about m is equal to 1. Now, main important rule is m is equal to, when m is equal to greater than 2, m is equal to 2 or greater than 2, and we know that if u is 0, then complementary pair is not defined. Got my point? Because when u is 0, then its value will be n, and it never come to the 0, because both positive, when the sum of two positive sum is always be greater than 0, not equal to 0. Okay, then the CAU plus CBU is equal to nothing but CAU is what, by the definition, xi to the power ai minus ai plus u plus xi bi minus bi plus u, where xi is the what, 2h root of unity. Okay, got my point? Okay, let as a previous case, j is equal to I plus u, let us consider this thing, and I is equal to I is nothing but I1 I2 up to the IM, and j is simply j1 j2 up to the jm, be a binary representation of I and j. Binary means, that means really h is equal to 1, that means we come to the j. Okay, now ai is defined in similar manner. Ai is nothing but a I1 I2 up to the IM, that means when I say A2, that you can simply get the AI. Fine, got a point? Okay, and the bi minus ai is nothing but 2 to the power h minus 1 I to the power pi 1 plus ci dash minus ci. How it come? Simply see, bi is what, nothing but bi is what, bi is what, fi plus 2 to the power h minus 1 x pi 1 plus c dash. Simply x is replaced by I, so I this, and ai is what, fi plus c. Simply bi minus ai is what, simply this term will separate from this, then you get what, 2 to the power h minus 1 I pi 1 plus c dash minus c. Okay, c, this term will be come from this. Okay, got a point? How it come? I think by the, it's by the assumption, whatever I am assuming to prove. Okay, now there are two cases possible. If j pi I is equal to I pi I, and another one is j pi I not equal to I pi, because it's depend upon a pi I, है ना, it's depend upon a I pi I. So first of all we take its value will be not equal to I and j are both value are different, and in that case what will happen, let us see. If j pi I not equal to I pi I from 1 over j to h, ai minus aj minus bi minus plus bj, it is nothing but a simply this in this case. Okay, consider this b I minus ai is equal to 2h minus 1 I pi 1 plus c dash minus c. bj minus aj is nothing but 2h minus 1 j pi 1 plus c dash minus c. Simply what you say, simply divide, simply what, yeah, simply subtract these two thing. That means we can subtract from this to this, and we get what, bj minus aj minus bi plus ai. Okay, that is nothing but 2h minus 1 j pi I minus I pi I, and this will be cut. That means this will be given. We know that the j, that is the binary case. The binary case, that means the j pi I not equal to I pi I. That is both are not equal. That means different will be in that value will be 1. So this value will be 1. That means 2 to the power h minus 1 into 1. That means the 2 to the power h minus 1. Okay. Now xi ai minus now we can simply the introduce xi in the both the sides. Then the xi ai minus aj minus bi minus bj equal to xi to the power 2 to the power h minus 1, and we know that the xi is nothing but 2 to the power h root of unity. Okay, that means what I am at in xi to the power 2 to the power h minus 1, and we know that xi is nothing but e to the power 2 pi by h. H is nothing but 2 to the power h into 2 to the power h by 2. So this will cancel out, that e to the power pi I, and its value will be minus 1. How? Cos pi plus I sin pi, and we know the sin pi is 0 and cos pi is minus 1. That means its value will be minus 1. Okay. Now we know that a to the power x minus pi is nothing but a to the power x by pi. A to the power pi. Okay. Simply xi to the power ai minus aj and divide by this is equal to minus 1, and multiply with a minus sign xi to the power bi minus bj, and we can simply this sign is come to the left side, that will be plus sign, and is equal to 0, and this so that the ai minus aj bi minus bj, that is nothing but a complementary pair. Okay, this is the complementary pair of a, and this is the complementary pair of b, that both are validly complementary pair of each other. Okay, so this is proved for case 1. That means j pi not equal, j pi 1 is not equal to I pi 1. Then this is possible. Let us take a, if it's not equal, if equal, then what will happen? Okay, now suppose we take a j pi 1 is equal to I pi 1, since j not equal to I. Okay, let's we take a consider a v in such a way that is a smallest integer I pi v not equal to j pi v. That means this is smallest, pi is the smallest, that means the pi minus 1 is the equal to, what about pi minus 2 is also equal to, but pi plus 1 is may be equal to, may not equal to, but we take a j pi v, that means the v at the v is not equal to. Fine. So now let's consider the new I dash in such a way that is it's I defined I dash is equal to I1 I2, and just before a v I define in such a way minor 1 minus I pi v minus 1, then I pi v and im up to the im such a way. Similarly j dash is defined in such a way j1 j2 j1 j2 up to the power 1 minus j pi v minus 1 jm. Okay, and by the injection we know that the smallest integer is p, but the p minus 1 is equal to, what about point, how it's equal to come, because of the v is the smallest, and before the v its all terms are equals. Okay, that's why b said that the I pi v minus 1 is equal to j pi v minus 1, and similarly j dash is equal to I dash plus u. Now let's some invertible mapping are using to solve this problem, as we can simply invert to the I to the ij and j to the j dash. How? And let us by the definition of fi, whatever we define in the problem starting in this way, yeah, there, with the help of this we can take a value, we can find the value of this fi dash minus fi, and with the help of these two definition of I dash and j dash, we get the value of this. Okay, if we take we put a simply v equal to 2, that means simply they ignore this term. Okay, nothing to show more this thing. Okay, now ai minus aij minus ai dash plus aj dash is equal to simply whatever we define in such a manner, we can already define a fi dash, and with the help of this we can get the this equation. Okay, we know that j pi by 2 minus pi minus 1 both are equal, that means its value will be 0, and also this value will be not 0, its value will be equal to what, 1, because both are not equal to, both are what, not equal to 0, not equal, that is in the binary case, that its value will be 1, and this b minus 1 is simply 0, so this term will be 0, so only you get what, 2 to the power h minus 1 into 1, that means 2 to the power h minus 1. That's need to prove. Okay, by the definition of v, whatever we define, v is nothing but bi minus bj minus bi dash plus bj dash is equal to ai minus aj minus ai dash plus aj dash is equal to nothing but 2 to the power h minus 1, because it not depend upon a I dash or ij. Okay, so we can simply replace this thing. With the help of that case, both are expressed like a summation form. So summation a to the power I minus j plus summation a to the power I dash minus a I j dash is equal to 0. And we can similarly the fashion we can define the b term. Okay, and after adding this 4 term we get this, and we know that this is nothing but cau, and this is the nothing but cau, and the sum of these two terms is equal to 0, and we say that the sequence a and b are the Guillory complementary pair. Hence proved. I think you can understood the concept of this theorem. This is a very important theorem. Now come to the sum Guillory regarding this. Suppose we take a permutation pi the symbolic 1 to the m, and for where c and ck belong to the j to the power 8, and a is the sequence in such a fashion to the power h minus 1, summation k is equal to 1 to m minus 1 x pi k dot x pi k plus 1 plus summation k is equal to 1 to m c k x k plus c. Okay, in that case c are not there. Okay, but in this case c are there. How? You can see a previous case. Okay, c are not there. And summation this thing are defined in such a way c are not there in the okay. Okay, now so and this is the also Guillory sequence of j to the power h of the length 2m, and it's the explanatory determinant how it's this term will get total to the power m sequence, and h total m element are there, and in one sequence to the power h up to this thing are up to m terms, and also there are to the power h sequence, that means total to the power h into m sequence are there, and you know in this case the two are conjugated, that means the x1 x2 or x2 x1 both are same, so that's why we can multiply factorize m by 2 divided by 2 we use, so overall we get it to the power h m plus 1 into factorial m by 2. That means Guillory determinant in that way, Guillory sequence of j to the power 2h of the length 2m. Okay, and with simply with the similar fashion we can show that the expression this is the invariant and the pi to pi dash, where pi dash is defined in such a way pi dash is equal to pi m plus 1 minus k. With the help of this numerical evidence we say that there are no other Guillory sequence over j2h of this length, although we do not have to prove this. This is the open problem, we cannot ignore this. Okay, theorem 3 showed that the how to form a set of Guillory complementary. With the help of theorem 3, what is the theorem 3? This is the theorem 3, and how to form a Guillory complementary sequence. With the help of this, you can able to do this. Okay, now come to the next Guillory. Next Guillory is nothing but simply in the previous manner. That is nothing but let f is this, and that is nothing but to the power h minus 1, and summation k is equal to m minus 1 x pi k dot x pi k plus 1 plus k is equal to 1 to c k x k, pi is the similarly the permutation of a simple 1 to up to the n, and ck belongs to the J2H, then any sequence in the form term of this. That means the a is equal to a plus c and a plus 2h minus 1 x pi 1 plus x pi m plus c, where c belongs to J2 to the power n, and b is defined in such a way, and both are complementary pair to each other, related complementary pair to each other. We already saw that a plus c and this both are complementary pair to each other with the help of what? Duality complementary sequence or theorem 3, whatever I said. And this term will be solved with the invariant method in the previous theorem. We can see such a method, okay. With the help of this, we can both are duality complementary to each other. Okay, consider as how to prove. I can simply show this. First of all, this is already so in the theorem 3. Okay, this sequence will complementary pair to the power h sequence in this. Okay, now my target to this is the complementary pair to this to show. For this, we can simply define a f pi dash k is in such a many invariant forms, just such a many pi dash k is equal to pi m plus 1 minus k, where a plus c is invariant but a plus 2 this map to the this. Okay, simply you just put a 1 and what you get 1 1 minus 0 minus k. So that means the pi dash 1 is pi m. Okay, so this map to the this. Okay, therefore a is also form a duality complementary pair with each of the 2 to the power h sequence a plus 2 to the power h minus 1 x pi m plus c dash, and where c dash is belongs to the j to the power h. That's nothing just defined. A form a duality complementary pair with each sequence b belongs to b, and of the definition of for each u every sequence b belongs to b have a same value of cpu. Got my point? Similarly, we can show that a single sequence b of the form this form a duality complementary with each of the to the power h plus 1 sequence a belongs to a, and that for each u every sequence a belongs to a form a duality complementary with any sequence of the b. Just a similar manner we consider, and but in this case total number of explicitly determinant how. So there are total this explicitly determinant simply similar manner. There are two, then it's represent for to the power h into m plus 1, and for this and total we get after this is the explicitly determinant mathematical complementary pair a to b over j to the power h of the length 2 to the power m. And let us with the help of one example I show how this thing are working. Let us a simple example based on this periodic 5, and let's take h equal to 2 and m equal to 3 by the periodic 5. Any of the 8 sequence we take a 8 sequence, that means what? A belongs to 2 h1 x1 x2 plus x2 x3 plus c define h, but just we take simply h equal to 2 and m equal to 3. How it's come to 2 the power 2 minus 1, that means the 2 we get, because the you see what is the value of h? H is 2 and m is equal to 3 we put. Then when h equal to 2 put, that means 2 will come, and m is equal to 3 put, that means k is equal to 1 to 2. That means the total 2 are terms. When k is equal to 1, x1 x2 and a2 is put, then x2 x3. Okay, that means this and similarly this and this are defined. Where we can take simply c is equal to 2 and c dash is equal to mass upper we take a 1. After we taking this, I will show this problem. Okay, after we taking this CAU is we get value of CAU is we get 8 minus 1 0 3 0 1 0 1. Okay, and after B we get this CB is equal to U 0 0 1, CB dash is equal to 8 1 0. So I already told that if U is equal to 0, it's not a complementary pair. Okay, so extract this part. After you this sum is 0, 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 and this sum is 0. That means the CAU and CBU, that means both are the sequence A and B are both are the complementary pair of each other. Similarly, we see that the A dash and B dash also. After we solving that the A dash and B dash, we get a same thing happening there. That means the C A dash is nothing but this value again come, and CP dash is nothing, this come, and overall this both sum will be 0. And this is the similarly Galileo complementary pair of each others, and this is the my reference, and and yeah, thank you. For any inquiry, write in the comment section, and definitely I will help you in this topic, and thank you.